Hello.
So this video is going to be about how we got into vanning. I got asked on a Facebook group to sort of give a bit of a history of what got me into vanning, and Rick's got a slightly different way of going in because we were both in previous relationships. This is basically what the video is going to be about today.
Yeah, I think what happened was Heather did say she was in a Facebook group and they were all talking about what got them into stuff, and I thought that might be a good idea for a video. Obviously, as you know, if you're doing YouTube stuff yourself and you're into your vans, we're all struggling with the lockdown to provide a bit of content, so I thought maybe we could make a short video of it, and I could stick some pictures in of the vans that we've had or the vehicles that we've had as a sort of, you know, bit of a filler, if you like. So it also is a sort of two-sided coin, because I've done all my previous videos on this channel and my other channel just using an iPhone, editing in the phone, and it is quite tiresome, and also it's single camera only. You're forever chopping angles and messing about. So what I wanted to try and do was introduce more cameras as we get, you know, more experienced, and that involves doing it on a computer. So I've downloaded some software, a video editing suite, and I'm going to try and do this video on a computer as if I was using multiple cameras. Appreciate it'll still be the same camera, but it'll enable me to then drop a picture in, try and do a voiceover, etc, etc. So it's a bit of trial and error, but I thought rather than spoil a holiday video, I'd do it with one that's really just, it is, let's face it, we're all doing filler videos, aren't we, at the minute? You know, your top 10 favourite places to milk a cow, or whatever you want to do.
You're waffling.
Yeah, of course I am. But you get what I mean. There's a lot of videos on that are just pointless at the minute. We're all doing it. So I thought rather than waste a holiday one, we do this. So, as if by magic, I'm going to try and drop pictures in, and we'll go from there and talk over the top and see how we go.
So I first got into camping, and it was under canvas, when I was with my first partner, and he was motorbiker, and it was a very cheap holiday. I was 18, 19 years old, and we went up to Scotland. We were going to Ireland, got to Stranraer. It was absolutely pouring down with rain, and we got this tent that we've got to put up. I'd never put a tent up before. You can't wait for it to stop raining when you're on a bike, because there's no way you can go to shelter. So it was a bit of a baptism of fire, and you'd think that would put me off. But for quite a few years, I carried on with sometimes in the car, sometimes on the bike, and actually, as the bikes got better, ended up travelling all the way down to the south of France and into Spain on a Honda Goldwing, me pillion, obviously. Well, not obviously, but I was, and some of it camping, some of it hoteling, but a lot of it was actually camping on the Goldwing. Then we got a T2 VW, which I did toured around Scotland in. That was great. Had a comma van, which we used to take motocross in. So, you know, sometimes stop over and for the motocross the following day. Obviously, with having a van with all of those facilities, you can make your cup of tea and your bacon sandwich and this sort of thing. And then my lifestyle changed, and started doing foreign holidays by flying, and then Rick and myself met, and he'd had years in caravanning and campervanning, so that's how I got back into it again, and I'm loving it.
Okay, so what got me into vanning, we'll call it vanning for me, because I did actually start with a caravan, and it was all about really not wanting to be shackled to bed and breakfasts and stuff like that when I went on holiday. I've done a lot of static caravanning as well, where again it's your own rules, you can come and go as you please. So that's why I really started with caravans and progressed on. And also it's always been because since I was 20, 21 I've always had dogs, so you know, you really have to be your own boss, if you like, when you've got dogs, because there's not a lot of places that you can take them, and I don't like leaving them in kennels, it's not fair. So it's progressed from them really, it's always been dogs. This is an Eldest Whirlwind. It was about a 1984. This is a stock photo I took off the internet. I haven't got a picture of the original one. It was very heavy, very old, gas lighting, manual water. Used to tow it with a Ford Escort diesel, very slow. If you remember them wind deflectors on the top, they didn't do a lot. It was a terrible tow really. Changed that for a Land Rover Discovery, and I think that's a Mirage, the Caravan. Still a 2-berth, but a lot more modern. Used to have an awning on the side because it was quite small, but it was okay. There's Millie as a very small puppy there. I think this is in Portmadoc in Wales. Used to like the caravanning, but we got to the point where we couldn't be bothered to take it, so I decided to import a campervan from America. All the UK ones were rusty. That was from San Francisco. That's being loaded in Los Angeles, and that's it as it's arrived in Felixstowe. Took about 6 weeks across the Atlantic. I did all the stuff myself. That is the same paint job, believe it or not, on the same van, just polished up. Took me ages to get it looking like that. And there we go. It was an automatic. It was 12-15 to the gallon. It was a nightmare. So after about 5 years I upgraded it. That is a Honda Goldwing, which Heather toured all Europe and the UK with tents, as she said. And there's a Campervan, the same. She did all her motocrossing in that. She also had the Type 2, like we've said, but I shan't put another stock picture of that up. This was the T5 that I had when I met Heather. It was a panel van. I converted it myself to what you see there. Again, lovely van, a lot better than the T2 because, you know, it was diesel. But Millie was getting old at this time, and she was struggling for space. She used to sleep outside when she was younger, but with that she couldn't. So we decided to upgrade to a motorhome. This is a Shausen on a Transit. We took it all over. That's in Scotland, in Rosemarkie, up by Inverness. We wild camped on the front there. We took it to Land's End. We loved it, but it was just a bit too big for us. After we'd been in a camper van, we just didn't like the width. So we got to where we are now with the camper van that we still haven't used other than on the drive. And hopefully this voiceover worked. Okay then, so hopefully if my very poor editing skills have worked, that should be in some sort of order with pictures and stuff like this. And like I say, I'm new to this on the computer. I don't want to be a massively professional channel. You're not going to see drone shots and 14 camera angles and all this. I'll leave that to the other massive channels that are into that. I mean, it's nice to watch, but I really want to do this as just a bit of a video diary for us. And if you enjoy watching it as well, then that's great. If you fancy doing this, what got you into vans and your history, by all means have a go at it. Throw it in the comments below and say you've done it, and we'll watch yours. We like to watch all the channels that we subscribe to on a Friday night, and you know, a bit of fun, especially while we're locked down and stuff. It's nice to sort of see what other people are doing. So yeah, I think I'm done there. If you want to say anything else to say?
Yeah, if you've got any ideas of videos that you think we might be able to do for you, we'll give that a go. Just remember that we are in lockdown, so we can't actually go anywhere. Any ideas, any questions, Rick tends to answer most of the questions that you comment, but if there's one sort of specifically aimed at myself, he'll let me know and I'll go on to the channel and yeah. Like I say, it's important that you know, if you're directing a question to one of us specifically, we actually reply to it.
Yeah, I think if we get enough questions, we might do the odd question and answer video, just as little fillers really.
Until we can get out.
Yeah, until we can get out. So, you know, if you've got any questions, throw them in below, and we'll see if we can we'll see if we can make a video out of it. So yeah, that just leaves me to say, if you've enjoyed it, God knows why, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will catch you on the next video, whenever that may be. Until then, farewell.
Bye.
Goodbye, Poppy. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so this video's a bit about our...
Bit loud. Go on, I can chop it from here.
Hello.
Hello. Come on, because I'm tired. Come on.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Sounded like Peter from Detectors then, didn't it?
Oh, we're doing it again now.
Yeah, start from the beginning. Stop messing about.
Oh.
Come on, quick.
Oh, it did sound like Peter now.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Is this the metal detector?
Hello.
Hang on, I'm not in there.
Hello.
Hello.
So.
Oh. Go on.
So.
No, start with hello.
Hello.
Oh, come on. Go.
Hello.
Hello.
It still sounded like him. Right.
Corona.
Hello.
Hello.
So.
Bye-bye.
Bye. What did you do to her?
What's up with you? Oh dear, sorry.
What did you do? What did you do to her?
Oh, did Daddy hurt you? I'm sorry. Pop.
Oh, Pop Pop.
Oh, that was crap. It spoilt the ending now.